Ultimate will be an 8-year-old game by the end of this year. We've been playing the same characters and the same matchups for almost a decade now, and I still feel like Ultimate has not reached its full potential, which is great! Super Smash Bros. Melee has been around for over 20 years now, and if people are still finding optimizations all these years later. So today, I want to talk about 5 things that the competitive Ultimate community could get better at. Let's get right into it. First off, I want to talk about reversals. I've been obsessed about them for the last year, and not in a good way. If you don't know what a reversal is, basically it is turning disadvantage into advantage, usually by hitting your opponent, but it can also be something like a rolling from ledge, since that can reverse the positions. I encourage everyone to watch a top level Smash set and pay attention to how many reversals are happening. Most of the time, if a person didn't get reversaled a whole lot, they won the set, and if they did, they lost. Being able to cover reversals in advantage is just as important as playing neutral. Most characters in this game get an insane amount of reward from a reversal, almost as much as hitting their most rewarding move in neutral. Sometimes you get even more. In my character's case, Roy, if I manage to hit a nair from ledge, I can potentially get a full stage nair carry combo, and now they're at the ledge on the other side. What I am trying to say is that I think we should lock in even harder as players to cover these reversals instead they decide set outcomes. Most players are more ready to convert from a hit from disadvantage that they are fishing for compared to just playing neutral. So it's even more important to not give them this chance. Let's not get hit by that anvil from above or that fox drop down fair ever again, and let's focus more on stage control, so no overextensions in combos either. Next, I want to talk about punishes out of shield and shield game in general. This area in Ultimate has probably the biggest amount of potential to be improved in, is to this day people miss a lot of punishes or manage their out of shield decisions badly. I think run up shield is a pretty underrated way of taking stage, even if it's worse than in its previous iterations. It still only loses directly to grab and gets you info on how the opponent wants to catch your movement forward. There are a lot of layers at play, even just in shield. The most important thing is to know whether your character has a true punish on a move or not, and that's where the potential layers and the move usage out of shield comes into play. First, we should talk about footstool out of shield punishes and which characters could still optimize it. Obviously, Steve players use it to their full potential already, but I have a few other characters that could rise a lot if they start optimizing their footstool punishes. Ness has arguably the best footstool punish in the game, even better than Anvil. You can do footstool magnet and literally get an infinite out of it, and to this day, nobody can do it consistently. I have seen Atata, one of the best Ness players, use it as a punish, but if those 2-hit combos could be converted into a stock, we could be talking about a Ness revolution. Then we have Joker, who has footstool downgun out of shield, which has a lot of potential. Combos, loops into itself, and even kill confirms. Joker's shield game is usually regarded as a weakness, so Joker players making his shield that much threatening would make him shoot up on the tier list for sure. The fact that there's potential to loop it like Ness Magnet is just insane. Other characters also have unexplored punishes from footstool, which are yet to be discovered. I want to briefly mention other punishes that are also underutilized out of shield. Roy jump side B, Cloud jump side B, Falco footstool up B, and many more potential punishes. Aside from missing punishes, most people play shield RPS without layering it properly. Here's what one of the best players in the world, Tweek, has to say about competitive scene's shield usage.
Because I think a lot of people out of shield, they don't play very well. They do like very macro decisions out of shield because they've decided that they already committed to shield, so they have to like make a play, whether that's defensive or offensive. People are also very, very bad at managing their shield health. So they think when their shield is low that they can't do certain things anymore and they have to do certain things. Is a big problem.
I think what Tweek is talking about here is people wanting to make something happen when they shield. Usually an immediate rising aerial out of shield or an immediate defensive play, like a panic roll. Stuff like this is what I think people should do more. Glutoni has a true punish here with a fair, but that would be punishable on hit or leave him in an awkward spot. Instead, he waits a slight second, makes Siski get uncomfortable, and then gets a huge combo. I think Mutes is another great example of good shield usage, but more on the defensive side. He makes sure to avoid getting shield poked by angling his shield accordingly, usually up. This is something super important as anybody, but especially Peach, since she is prone to getting shield poked. So I recommend people abusing that more instead of always panicking and escaping a situation when their shield is low. I do want to end this segment with the fact that shielding can be weak since it leaves you in place, so use all of these tips only when you have a read. You see so many top players only flickering their shield if they do shield as a check, and I think that is powerful. Attack cancelling is criminally underutilized in Ultimate right now. Being able to change your spacing on a whim and just having more mix-ups is what you need in Ultimate right now. Shoyo James, aka Rivers, was abusing this stuff years ago, and I feel like it's time to bring it back. It is also very important for a character like Falcon, as Fatality states in this clip and demonstrates it in the next.
Attack cancel is absolutely crucial for Falcon. I feel like if you're gonna be a Falcon and you don't attack cancel, that's almost as bad as a Peach that doesn't use float. It opens so many windows and doors for Falcon. Ah, yes. Attack cancel back air, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to shout out Ramses here real quick. He opened my eyes about this. Being able to create awkward shield pressure by hitting outside the opponent's shield and making them guess if their shield is even getting hit is something that a lot of characters need right now. But I think it's especially huge for Chrom and Roy. Make sure to check out Ramses in the description. If you want to know how to do it, I will leave some resources in the description as well. Soft reset situations are situations where you get a hit and you have a slight advantage, but there is no true follow-up. For example, Roy hitting a down tilt, but it not sending into a tech chase. I feel like these situations have a lot of room to grow still. Playing them safer and not going for a read and holding stage control after your combo. A lot of people get reversaled in these scenarios, and it can make them lose games in the long run. It's much easier to not have this happen. Someone like Bowser or Bayonetta, where the combos have clear ends, and usually there is no soft reset, just a kill or clear bench state. I think one way to avoid this, outside of focusing more on stage control and information gathering, is to just use different moves. Not using that down tilt as a Roy in that situation and trying to play for a grab or an aerial makes the situation not happen altogether. It might make you a bit more predictable, so be careful. Respawn invincibility is a very broken thing to abuse, and there are resources on how to abuse it, but what's the best way to dodge an invincible opponent. Gluttony once told me what he likes to do is to just go on a platform and shield there. It puts you into a bad position, sure, but it means the opponent has no guaranteed way of hitting you and has to outplay you hard. This is my #1 way of mitigating it, but you can also do the classic double roll to juke your opponent, especially Bowser, if the platform is a bad idea versus him. Thank you for watching. I put a lot of effort into this video since I really wanted to nail this stuff right. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to hear more of my perspective on Smash Ultimate and maybe learn from me, I do coaching. Hit me up on Discord and maybe we can settle a time. I also stream my practice and other gaming stuff at twitch.tv/LancelotSSB, so hopefully see you there as well. Bye bye.